You know, my wife and I do this thing, and I'm sure a lot of you do it too, where we schmeh things when we're dismissing them as stupid or unimportant. For example, if my wife asks me to vacuum and I really don't feel like doing it, which I usually don't, I'll dismiss her request by saying, vacuum, schmacuum. Like I said, we do this all the time. And my wife will do this with Oilers players' names when she's not particularly pleased with the way they're playing. Like Yakupov, Schmakupov, or Fane, Schmain. She always seemed to have trouble with Schmeed for some reason, though. Anyway, last summer when Peter Chiarelli made all those moves, the one that I gave the least amount of attention to was the addition of Anders Nilsson from the Chicago Blackhawks. I honestly thought that he was just going to maybe give Ben Scrivens a bit of a push to play better in training camp and give the Oilers a bit more depth at the goaltending position in their organization. But ever since Cam Talbot gave this game away to Calgary and subsequently lost his confidence, Nilsson has been anything but Nilsson Schmilsson. He's stepped in and given the Oilers solid goaltending. And this is something Edmonton has needed for a long time. See, the Oilers' goaltending has been so bad for so long that the players lose trust in their goalie. And so they start to think that they need to play a perfect game in order to win. I know this from playing on teams with bad goaltending. You go out and you work so hard to get a goal and you're pouring it on, and then the other team comes back the other way and scores on their first shot or gets a bad goal, and this just mentally deflates your team. You start thinking, man, we can't let these guys even get a shot on net or we're not going to have a chance to win this game. And McClellan recognizes this. He often talks in his post-game media scrums about how every team makes mistakes. Every team is going to have to play in their own zone. The key is to limit the number of chances and the quality of them. He's trying to teach a lot of these young guys that you just do whatever you can to defend and then trust your goalie to make the saves on the shots that do get through to the net. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Anders Nilsson is the Oilers' long-term solution in goal. I actually think that Cam Talbot is going to regain the form that we saw from him in the first 4 or 5 games of the season. But Nilsson has provided the Oilers with steady goaltending. And you can see that it's helping the team to overcome the attitude going into games thinking, we're going to lose tonight. I'll see you next week.